Hey everyone, welcome to Empower Team Monday Night Call. I am so excited because we have Abby Taylor with us tonight, and she is going to be sharing with us on duplication, connecting, relationships. And business, getting business builders, all of the things. When we think about who we want to influence and pour into our team, I've been following Abby for a couple years now. We were trainers for Ruby Retreat the past couple years, and this girl is on fire. If you see someone who is just diligent and faithful and showing up consistently and doing the dang thing and working hard and showing up vulnerably and showing up and showing who she is and sharing her values and connecting with people, I was like, this is the role model that I would want my team to really follow, because we have to be careful who we're following and who we're emulating. And Abby she is the one to look to. And she's getting results and she is leading people. So excited to hear her wisdom, and she has worked on this and really put a lot of thought into this. And so we're just so grateful and so thankful that she would give us this time. So I got my notes ready. I'm ready. And I hope y'all are ready too. So thank you, Abby. Take it away.
Well, thank you. I feel so flattered, and I could say all the same exact things about you as well, Natalie. So thank you guys for having me. I was just typing away today and I was sitting here before the call and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with me. Like I have so much to share with you guys. So we're just gonna dive in and we'll go with it. So yeah, I realized about a year ago in my business that I really needed new blood on my team. I found myself micromanaging my own workers at that point, trying to get them to move forward, but I wasn't creating any new business builders and things just felt stagnant. So I knew that in order for my team to feel inspired and to get momentum going, I had to go and create new workers for myself. I had to get duplication going, and that's exactly what I've been focusing on the last year. Has it been easy? No. Has it been worth it? Absolutely. Has it gotten me out of my comfort zone? 100%. Does that mean I'm growing? 100%. So I really had to decide to shift my focus. So tonight we're going to talk about shifting your focus to duplication and creating new business builders. So I looked up the word focus, and it means the center of interest or center of activity, or to concentrate your attention and effort. So my question to you guys tonight is, how hungry are you to go and create a new gold on your team? How hungry are you to create your first gem, or maybe your first jewel, or maybe another jewel on your team? What about another leg to create more stability? How hungry are you to hit the next big rank? What about adding another zero to your paycheck? Who gets excited about that? I know I do. What about going to convention with a brand new rank up? These things are all very attainable for you because they're happening all over the company, but it's going to require you to narrow your focus and to be very intentional with your time and the actions that you're taking. So let's talk about actions, because there's so many things that we can be doing on a daily basis, right? So many things on our to-do list. So we've got to narrow that down and make sure that the actions you're taking are actually actions, not motions. So actions would be things that increase your points in your paycheck right away. So that would be like sending new messages, sending out follow-ups, doing social media, although it should not be more than you're actually sending messages, right? It could be doing retention work, getting those people, those happy product users sharing, doing welcome calls and asking about the opportunity, doing events for your team, coaching your leaders. Those are all activities that will directly impact your paycheck. Now let's talk about motion. So although these things are fun and maybe they feel important, and they are, but they're not going to necessarily directly move the needle forward. So that might be like creating a YouTube video, analyzing your virtual office numbers, reading a book, getting organized, time blocking your week, filling out your calendar, right? They seem important in the moment, but they're not actually going to directly increase your paycheck. So make sure you're aware of what activities are actually on my checklist each day, and are they going to increase my paycheck? So the following items, I have 3 pointers for you guys tonight we're going to talk about, and they're really focusing in on creating business builders. So these are the activities that are personally at the top of my to-do list, and they're the ones that I've already seen help me get results and will continue to bring in my team and myself results. Because I'm assuming you guys at the end of the day, you guys want to see results too, right? Right? If that is your desire, I want you to type in the chat, I want to see results, or I'm here for results, or I'm willing to work for results, or I need to see results, right? We are after results. Oh yeah, look at all you guys. I love it. Okay. So here's number 1 for you guys. Number 1 activity to be doing each day in order to get duplication going, get momentum going, create business builders. Number 1 is connect with people each day about the opportunity. Connect with people each day about the opportunity. So this can look like many different things, right? It could look like messaging your dream teamer list about the opportunity. So on Plexus Freedom Team, we are really honing in right now on our Mexico 50 list. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but basically Brittany Howard has encouraged us to reach out to 50 people every single month leading up to Mexico trip, 50 people about the opportunity. We know that this is what it's going to take in order to get conversations going about the business. And you may see fruit right now, or you may see it in 2 months or 3 months, but by 6 months, if you are consistently reaching out to 50 people about the opportunity every month, your business will be booming. So that's what we're focusing on right now, is make sure you guys have a running list of people that you see potential in, that you know could rock this opportunity, that have the same core values as you, that you could see them sitting on the beaches with you in Mexico, Hawaii, right? So always have a list of dream teamers that you're working off of, and you're continually adding people onto there, and you are reaching out to people about the opportunity. So this is an example of a wording, and I can give this to Natalie to send you guys after the call, but it's pretty short and sweet. It's, hey Jen, how's your week going? Are you guys ready for spring? We sure are. I saw that you're doing an RV trip. That sounds so special and memorable, right? So I'm connecting with them and what I see on their social media. So I'm not just spamming people, I'm connecting personally. And I said, hey, I actually felt a nudge to reach out to you about this opportunity with Plexus. I have no idea if maybe you've been praying for an opportunity to grow your income, or maybe for some extra margin in your budget, but I just had to tell you that I think you could be awesome here. I can tell you're positive, a great mama, a hard worker. You have an audience that trusts you, and you already love your life. That's the exact kind of woman that I'm looking to partner up with. I feel you can make a big impact and bless your family in a huge way. So I'm curious, is this opportunity something you'd be open to hearing more about? Short and sweet, right? Gets to the point, tells them I see potential in you. This is why I feel like you could rock it. Would you like to hear more? So this is just one example, but this might help you guys as you are connecting with people about the opportunity. And then if someone is open to hearing about the opportunity, which is super exciting, then it's time to connect with them, and you're going to be bold and you're going to be excited, even if you're nervous. I've done so many things in this business, shaking, sweating, nervous, but I still do it. And, you know, this can be done through Messenger, texting, in person, over the phone, Zoom. I will tell you guys that I can absolutely rock a voice clip. Like, I am the best voice clipper out there. But when it comes to going and meeting up with someone for coffee or getting on Zoom with a stranger, that makes me very, very nervous. But actually, that's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do. I'm going to encourage you not to take the easy way. I'm going to encourage you to get on the phone. I'm going to encourage you to get on a Zoom. I'm going to encourage you to get in person with people and share the opportunity that way, because it's going to be so much more effective if they can hear your voice, if they can see you, if they can get to know you as a person. So although that terrifies me, I'm still willing to do it. And I'm filling up my calendar with these things. And I find out if I put it down and I set the date, then I can't get out of it, right? So make the appointments, set the appointments, go and do it scared. And what I'm finding, you guys, is this kind of goes across the board, is usually the things that we're resisting, the things that are going to make the most impact in your business. So you may have something right now related to duplication, or it could be a different area, but you're like, oh, that just makes me so nervous. But if you go and actually do that thing and you do it consistently, that will move the needle forward in your business. That will create results for you. You just have to be willing to get uncomfortable, guys, because I don't know about you, but I'm not after mediocre business. I'm not over just doing the bare minimum. Like, I'm over that. Like, I want to be successful. I want to create a legacy. I want to impact people. And that's going to require you to do hard and scary things. So, and maybe you're there and you're making excuses right now. Maybe you're saying, well, I just don't have time to do this, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't even know how to do this. Well, guys, everything is figure outable. And if you are hungry enough for something, you will go and take action. And so just a quick story, because I've come a long ways in my business, but I remember when I signed up my first joins, and my sister, April Ann, she's a diamond. She's like, hey, you have to go do welcome calls now. And I'm like, hey, what? A call? Like, get on the phone? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Because, I'm introverted, and that just doesn't work for me. And so long story short, I sat in it for about a minute. I'm like, oh, all the leaders are getting on the phone. Christina's getting on the phone. Brittany's getting on the phone. Fine, I will get on the phone. I still get nervous, because every time I see that phone ringing and I have to click the green button, like, I'm still nervous. But it just goes to show, like, even Jewels, Gems, we get nervous about things too. We just decide to do it anyways, right? Courage isn't the lack of fear. It's willing to go and take action despite of the fear. So I remember my first few welcome calls, I'd be shaking, pacing the floor, so nervous. And now I will tell you guys, it is one of my absolute favorite parts of my business. I can rock a welcome call. I love welcome calls. It's because I decided to do it scary and do it over and over and over. And now it's something I can do pretty confidently. So don't shy away from the thing that intimidates you the most. Lean into it, because that's probably where you're going to make the most impact. Okay, so nothing great is accomplished by doing easy tasks. So let's transition into social media a little bit here, and talk about the power of social media, because it's so important that you guys are showing up each day on Facebook, Instagram, showing that your storefront is open, right? People are coming to your page and they're seeing, hey, is she still with that plexus? Is she still loving that? Is she successful over there? So show that you are available and you're ready to help others get started on their health and wealth journey. So first off, you've got to know who you are. What are your core values, right? What are you passionate about? What could you talk about for hours? Are you showing up to serve and to give to people, or just to take from others, right? What value are you depositing into people each day? So for Natalie, it's been giving hope to those who are in and overcoming tough season in life, right? She's been vulnerable. She's been helping and identifying with those who are also coming out of a tough season, and she's encouraging them. For Tova, it's her meal plans. It's her family life. It's her super funny mom gifs that I laugh at every single one that she posts. For Christina Williams, it's leadership, it's macros, it's fitness, right? So what is it for you? Are you educating people? Are you entertaining them? Are you encouraging them? Why should people stop the scroll when they come to your page? What are they going to get out of your page? So besides Plexus, because remember that people are going to buy into us before they buy into a product or into this business. So you've got to know, what are you personally offering people? And so I suggest you guys start analyzing your social media. Start scrolling down and figuring out which posts are getting the most likes, that's probably what your audience wants to see more of from you. So that can be a little helpful tip for you guys. Start analyzing, figuring out, oh, this one got 1 like, this one got 2, this one got 82. Okay, you're tending to go towards the ones that get the most likes. And then for me, it's typically like everybody has their own balance, but for me, it's typically 2 personal posts to 1 Plexus. So I try to give them more of me and a little bit less of Plexus. So, okay, then a question for you guys. Are you sharing the opportunity? Are you sharing the opportunity on your pages and in your stories? This could look different. This could be the financial side of things. This could be the community side. This could be travel, fun, personal growth, leadership, right? So many different aspects to the opportunity. Start with the ones that you're most passionate about. Which things drew you to the opportunity? Which things are you loving the most? It's so much easier to post about the things that we're passionate about. So start with those. Because if you're only posting to product users, guess who you're going to attract? Product users. So make sure you're sharing about the opportunity. And then another question for you guys. Are you speaking in your stories? I am so passionate about this, you guys. It's like my favorite thing ever because people need to hear your voice. They need to hear your voice. They should not just see your face, although yes, we do want to show our face. But in order for people to connect with you and build trust with you, they need to know who you are. They're going to hear that in your voice. We are not looking to connect and build relationships with every single person out there. If we're trying to connect with everybody, we will connect with nobody, right? So we're looking for those gold bricks. We're looking for those people we can connect with and relate with. And in order to attract people, you've got to be yourself, right? Or you'll be attracting a totally different type of person. So we've got to find common ground, and you can do that by being yourself and showing things in your life and being authentic and being vulnerable and being real. It's not easy, right? I tend to go off of works and perfectionism, really doing a deep dive right now in that in my life and in my faith. But that's just what I tend to go to. And so I have to remind myself, I'm not showing up as a shiny, perfect person because there is no perfect person. Show up as yourself. Show the hard things you're going through. Show the silver lining of the hard things you're going through, right? But be free. Feel free to show up as who God created you to be, because that's exactly who you're supposed to be attracting. So my personal goal is to show up and speak in my stories every day. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's usually just like 2 to 3, I don't even know what it's called, slides. See, I show up and do this stuff, but I really don't even know the technical terms. But it's usually about, like parenting or marriage or what I'm learning or my relationship with God, or I'm picking up a book, you guys, and I'm reading a little paragraph and then I'm telling my audience what I learned, right? It doesn't need to be this shocking revolutionary thing, but just giving a sneak peek into your life, right? Maybe I'm mixing up my pink drink. Maybe I'm giving my kids their vitamins. I'm homeschooling my kids. I love to educate in my stories to make it worthwhile and valuable for people. So instead of just, showing a nice video of my daughter playing her piano, I'm like, hey, these are the books we're using and this is why they're helping. Here's a picture if you want to go find it on Amazon, right? If I attach a recipe, which is rarely, that's more my sister's thing, I'm showing them where to go and find it. If I'm talking about marriage, maybe I'm typing up 3 tips so that they can quickly grab the tips and then, save them and use them for later. If we're going to the Children's Museum, maybe I'm attaching a map of all the different museums in Wisconsin that people can go and attend, right? So I'm educating people and making them valuable for people. So wrapping up social media, start analyzing other leaders' social media for ideas. And then just get into action. We are not going to be good at something the first time we try it. Be willing to fail, take action. You will be able to adjust, trial and error, and get better as you go along the way. All right, so number 1 was share the opportunity each day. Number 2, ask the magic question on welcome calls. Ask the magic question on welcome calls. So you just had to join. Congratulations, your job is over, right? Wrong. This is just the start. So how would your business change if your goal was to help every single person who joined your team go silver? What if your long-term goal was to get them amazing results on the products and help them create a legacy of time and financial freedom? How would that impact the long-term vision of your business in a huge way, right? So your belief in excitement is contagious. So I really encourage you within 24 to 48 hours, you're getting people on the phone for a welcome call, right? This capitalizes on this excitement. You're allowing yourself to connect with people. You can start asking them questions about their life, FORD acronym, right? Family questions. What do they do for a living? Maybe what do they do for fun? Or you're commenting on a trip they just went on. The D is for dreams and desires. You probably won't get into that on your welcome call, but or maybe you will at the end. But you're sharing your story, you're building that connection, you're making sure you know what their health goals are, you're sharing tips for success, and then finally you're asking the magic question. If you're loving your products, would you be open to telling others about them? This will open up the gate to the opportunity. So most people will say, oh yeah, and then they might give an objection like, oh, maybe if I get my results or if I had more time, but you're just going to kind of skip by that. And you're going to say, okay, awesome. So what would motivate you if you were to share? And that's where and you can give them an option. You can say, would it be helping others? Would it be making extra income? Would it be both? So this is going to kind of separate your people out into buckets, because some people are going to be yellow and they just want to help and serve. But a lot of people are red and they want to make extra income. And so if they say extra income, you're going to say, awesome, I can help you make $500 this month, talk about the incentives, grab this iPad. What would you do with that kind of money? How would that bless your family? And so this is just going to get the conversation going. And even if people say, I love to help people, you can still wrap it around to the business and say, that's so awesome that you love to help people. You're going to help so many people feel better with these products. And as you're doing that, you're going to bring in some extra income. So tell me, what would you do with $500, right? We're wrapping it back to $500 because we know everybody can be blessed by that. So what you're doing here, you guys, is you're opening up the opportunity to people. And typically by the end of the call, if people are on board with this and they're telling you what they could use this money for, you're going to go ahead and share the getting started video. I don't know if you guys have one for your team. Do you have a getting started video? Okay. Yeah. So you're building the value of that, and you're basically leaving the call with this person is going to go watch the 101 video. And from there, we're helping them get immersed in the culture right away. They're seeing the leadership. They're seeing how Plexus is different. They're getting excited. They're getting trained. They're getting educated. They're learning how to go and start sharing successfully, right? And then from there, it's writing a list of people that you can help them start reaching out to, or doing their first post, or both. So it's really important that you are not skipping this question on the welcome call. You're going all in, you're doing it bold, you're doing it scared, because you don't know if this person is going to go silver or if they're going to go diamond, right? Don't skip it, because this could be your very next huge wave of momentum coming for your team. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, last one. In order to create business builders, you're going to have to invest in relationships. Invest in relationships. This is a relational business. This is not transactional. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys. When I came in at 4.5 years ago, I was 0% relational. 0%. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my strengths were, my character. I never grew up learning any of that. Very introverted, didn't share my feelings. I was here for my own goals. I kind of stepped on people along the way. I was selfish. I still am. I'm growing. But I truly believe that we can grow and become more like Christ and become the person that he desires for us if we're willing to work intentionally and put in the work. So I want to tell you guys that if you struggle in this area of relationships and emotions and connections, if you're red like me, there is hope for you. I personally know other reds on our team that are really working on this area too. So, we all have areas we need to grow in, but I've had to read books about connection and communication. We're reading John Maxwell right now. Everybody Communicates, Few Connect. Really, really good book. But I've had to, learn how to read. I've read books about leading others and knowing myself and who I am and how I communicate. And it's been a really good journey, but, it's going to require us, you guys, to connect with others in order to create people, business builders, right? We've got to be willing to train, to get in the trenches and coach people, to help give them realistic expectations, to help them navigate mindset, you guys, so much mindset. Going out and meeting new people, getting out of your comfort zone, joining groups on Facebook, joining parenting groups in the area, going to church, meeting other moms, right? Going out to your kids' sports events and bringing samples and drumming up, talking about plexus and life. And we've got to be willing to create relationships. And I know I'm making this a top priority right now. It's not easy, but I know it's so important. And we've just got to be willing to make the sacrifices that go along with it, right? It might be a time sacrifice. It might be a comfort zone sacrifice. Two quick examples, and I know we need to wrap this up, is I have a now senior gold. She just created 2 silvers last month. She joined me a year and a half ago, and she lives about 25 minutes away. And I decided, I was like, let's just meet up for a walk. And it was so uncomfortable at first, but we would just walk and talk about life and talk about business. And then it just became our norm. We were going to meet up to walk and talk. And that's how we grew a relationship. And then I have a level 3 who's level 1 or sponsor stopped working. I knew she had potential. I knew she was trying to share, and I could have just said, she'll be fine. Like, I don't have time. This feels really uncomfortable. And I said, no, I'm going to do this. I scheduled a Zoom with her. I got on the Zoom. It was so awkward at first, but we did it and we got to know each other. And now she's a gold on my team. So you have to choose to make an effort and connect with people and add value to them and pour belief into them. People will rarely be ready to jump in with this opportunity right away. It's going to take patience. It's going to take you being present, being supportive, educating people, giving them perspective, connecting over and over and over again, right? To create workers. It is not magic. It is not simple. It's 8 to 12 to 20 follow-ups, right? Engaging with people on their social media, responding to their stories, personally connecting in their inboxes, meeting up for a play date, coffee date, whatever that looks like to you. Be willing to pursue people patiently. If people give you an objection, work through it. That's an open door. Don't give up on people. Don't let people fall through the cracks. Stay organized, right? Have your list. Take time to learn more about your prospects, your product users, your workers. What is their color? What's their Enneagram? What are their strengths? What is their why? What are they motivated by? Keep the focus on them and their goals and what's important to them. And then lastly, just share your own experiences, right? Be vulnerable, stories sell, use feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel, right? Help them feel heard, practice empathy, put yourself in their shoes, believe for them before they believe for themselves. I'm sure you all have someone who's done that for you, right? Speak life over your people, show them what they're capable of, and then love them for who God created them to be. That's a tall order, right? As I was reading some of those things, I'm like, oh, I'm really working on that one yet. But with God on our side, you guys, and with this team and with your leaders and just the incentives that you guys have, we have to be willing to show up, to take action, set up those calls, those coffee dates, get on the phone, feel forward, follow up, get creative, learn along the way. Truly care about people, be invested in their development, share about the opportunity each day, tweak your skill sets, show up real on social media, be consistent, and it can be done. Guys, I know that you can. You can have an amazing year of duplication, creating new business builders, and getting into momentum on your team. All right, I did it, 8:02.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Abby. I have so many notes. Literally all of that. I would ask you questions if we didn't have to run, but thank you. You are you are the living example of this. You don't just talk about it, you actually walk the walk and you get results. And so take everything that Abby just said with the fullest grain of salt and implement it, because you can trust that she has seen this through, because she has authority in all of this. So thank you so much, Abby. This was so much gold, and we will be rewatching this and sharing this for so much time to come.
I know it was a lot. Thank you for having me, you guys. And I appreciate this opportunity. So thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the Pink Power Call. Bye.